All right. So we have, we have already stated that the continents initially was a single landmass or almost probably, and then through time, because the Earth is moving, the continents were moving, and then we have our current formation of the continents now. Now, what is the reason? What is the mechanism that led to this? So it wasn't explained yet by Alfred Wegener. He just proposed the theory that the continents were moving. So it was during the research on the ocean floor. So there were research on the ocean floors, and because of that research, it led to the theory of plate tectonics. What is this plate tectonics? That the Earth is composed of giant plates, and then they are moving. And this provides the mechanism for the continental drift. Nganong ang continents nag-move. Because as well of this study, they have arrived of the hypothesis of paleomagnetism. What is paleomagnetism? That is the study of the ancient minerals, of the Earth, and in connection, in relation to the magnetic field of the Earth. So, let me show you. This is the sea floor spreading. So, nag-study sila, diba, sa ocean floor. And they noticed that on certain parts, no, pariha ang details sa sa soil or sa ground beneath the ocean. And then at other parts as well, same sila og details, detalles. And then why they arrive with paleomagnetism? So ilang nakita diri that the seafloor is spreading. Now this is diverging. And then we know that there are magnetic minerals. And magnetic minerals always point to the magnetic north. And ilang nakita nga gabalin-balhin ang polarity ni magnetic mineral. Na mineral at this point nga nagtudlo siya dira sa ato pa, that is the magnetic field, the magnetic north of the Earth during that time. Then ay minerals nga nagbali, and then so on and so forth. That is paleomagnetism. So that is the study of the minerals, the magnetic minerals, and then the the magnetic field of the Earth. So it was very amazing, no, that the magnetic field of the Earth, the polarity of the Earth was recorded in these minerals. Ato pa di ay ang North Pole ug South Pole nato, dili na siya ngani sa una. Gabaylo-baylo siya through time. By 20th century, we have now, di ba, the seismology. Wala pa earthquake engineering, seismology pa. So, di ba, from the earliest nga attempt to determine the layers of the Earth, we have arrived to geology, minerals, geology, and then we have the radiometric dating, the abuting this continental drift theory of plate tectonics, and then the paleomagnetism. And then early 20th century, there was the development of seismology. That is the study of earthquakes and the propagation of elastic waves throughout the Earth. 1910, we have Harry Fielding Reid proposing us the elastic rebound theory based on his studies sa katong 1906 San Francisco earthquake, which states that earthquakes occur when accumulated energy is released along a fault. So this is what the first scientific explanation for why earthquakes happen and remains the foundation for modern tectonic studies. 1926, we have Harold Jeffreys, who claimed that below the crust, the core of the Earth is liquid based on his study of earthquake waves. So, di ba, we have, giuna mong ginatutog discuss ang earthquake waves aron makasabot na ta pag-abot rin sa history. So, di ba, first is, wapon sila kablo sa layer. Pag-abot ni Harold Jeffreys, 1926, nakaingunin siya, uy, the core of the Earth is liquid based on the study of earthquake waves. Later, ato na ipakita kung ano nakaingon si Harold Jeffreys, ana. And then by 1937, around 11 years later, we have Inge Lehmann. She is a Danish seismologist. Ingon niya, di ba, ingon si Harold Jeffreys that the core of the Earth is liquid. But Lehmann said that the core of the Earth is composed of the outer and the inner. The outer core is composed of liquid, and then the inner core is a solid core. Why? The same as well with Harold Jeffreys, Lehmann had studied the behavior of the earthquake waves. So in the 1929, there was a large earthquake occurring in New Zealand. And then Lehmann had studied the direction of the earthquake waves. So a few P waves which should have been deflected by the core were in fact recorded at seismic station. So ato ni ipakita, no. So this is the propagation of the P waves. This one is the P waves, and then the other one is the S waves. If you notice this empty part, we call this shadow waves. So when we say shadow waves, this shadow zone, the shadow zone, there are no waves that travel on that zone. So in the P waves, body waves, if there is an earthquake there, the body waves will travel again. That's what I'm saying you, that the earthquake will travel throughout the world. So in the Harold Jeffreys, he studied the S waves. In the S waves, he noticed that in these stations that are located here, there are no S waves reading. And since S waves are shear waves, it doesn't travel through the liquid or very low viscosity fluid. That's what led him to say that the core is liquid. Kaya man nakabiyahe si S waves diri. That was Harold Jeffreys. And siya, uy, the core of the earth is liquid because S waves haven't traveled on the other side of the earth. No, there were no seismic readings of S waves on this location. Lyman have noticed an anomaly in the behavior of the P waves. Sige. Si Harold Jeffreys, yang gitanaw is S waves. Lyman, P waves. So what is the behavior of the P waves? P waves, di ba? The P waves can travel through the solid, liquid, and air. Now, when P waves, more likely they have a well-defined travel on solid, right? But when P waves travels to a liquid, the P waves will be deflected. That's why ning ani na siya. And before and then at exit ni P waves, it will deflect. Now Lyman was confused. Why there are certain parts that suppose the P waves should have been deflected, but nganong naa? So, diba there is deflection if the P waves will pass at the liquid part. However, naay P waves, no, kapag agi dira, diba na deflection, ano pag agi dira wala kayo siya deflection. So this happens when the P waves ni kusog dagan si P waves no, ni paspas yung velocity. So it only happens when there is a solid part in there. That's why Lyman had discovered that the core of the earth has a liquid and then a solid inner core. So this is the wave propagation about the P waves and S waves. So we have the P waves here and then the S waves. Later half of the 20th century, scientists developed a comprehensive theory of the Earth's structures and dynamics that form. So, grabe ng development. And then the study of geology is not only limited to the ground, but the overall structure of the world, including the atmosphere, the biosphere, and the hydrosphere. And because of the advancement of the technology, mas dali, no, mas tsada na ang mas ni-expand ang study ni geology and seismology.